Hello, everyone. It is 9 o'clock in the east, 6 o'clock in the west, and here we are for another town hall. Just so you know, for everyone watching right now, there is a professor from Hunter College, Dr. Bonilla, who is working with her students to do a project that basically takes the stories that are being told here and turns them into an academic venture, if you will. Dr. Bonilla was struck by the stories that are being told, and she wants to document them and record them. And really what happens is every time you guys join me, whether it's tonight at 9 p.m. or during the day when I do another one, it always saves for a 24-hour period. But after 24 hours, that's it. And I haven't been saving them beyond that. So thanks to Dr. Bonilla and her team, they will be observing and monitoring, and I don't know what kind of project they're going to turn it into. So we got on it, let's call it 9 o'clock, so it'll end at 10 o'clock, and as soon as it ends at 10 o'clock, I'll get back on and we'll go for another hour. So let's see who is in the queue tonight to talk about the new normal. So let's start with Wanda. Maybe not Wanda. By the way, you guys always ask what I'm drinking. It's lemon water.
Oh, hi, David.
Hi, what is your name?
My name is Kevin.
Kevin.
Yes.
And where are you in the world?
Well, I'm Puerto Rico. I'm right now.
All right, tell me about your new normal.
Well, I'm gonna tell you a story that happened Monday. Well, it was like 3 days. We was not talking to my brother in his phone. He lives in Naples, Florida, and we was worried about it. And we don't know nobody from there. I only know a friend. And what happened is that the friend goes to the homes, and he told me the car was there, but he was not there. So we was super worried. I called the police because we was worried. My mom was so worried about it, and like she wanna go flying, and told her like, no, we cannot fly this time. Like, and the thing is that I went to my work and I called my brother again to see if we could pick up the phone because the phone was dead, like 3 days dead phone, and if he was in the hospital. The stomach, something happened to the stomach, and yeah, it was crazy. But not everything is fine. It was the appendicitis.
Appendix. Okay, good.
Yes.
All right. So what are you doing to fill your time during the day? Because Puerto Rico's under a lockdown.
Well, I still working. I work at Walgreens. It's a little scary, I tell you, because I work with patients. To the customers, you know.
What type of work do you do?
I Walgreens.
What's that?
Walgreens, pharmacy.
Oh, Walgreens. Yeah, okay. So yeah, you guys are open and you're coming in contact with people who may or may not be.
Yes. Yeah. I use gloves, but you know something like it's not that let's see how I say it. Like, it's not enough like protection, I think.
Right.
Because in some point that on the security you create, you break it. Like no matter what, you touch your face.
Sure.
It's not like like you see safe. You feel safe, you know.
Well, listen, I thank people like you for working because you guys are the essential folks who are on the front line. So,
and yeah, it's scary. It's scary, you know, because I'm touching money, I'm touching products.
Absolutely, money and products. I get it. Well, listen. Stay safe. Nice talking with you, and keep those gloves on.
I know.
Have a good night.
And thanks for you everything you're doing for Puerto Rico.
You're welcome. Good night. Okay, let's see. So Kendra, you have to, I see you texting me, you have to request to join in the live. If you're watching, you have to request to join in the live, and then that's how I bring you in. So you guys in the comments, tell her how to request to go live, because I don't even know how to do it.
Holy crap.
Hello there.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. What is your name and where are you?
Oh my God. I didn't expect that soon. I just pressed the request button and you appeared like that. Hey, my name is Tommy McMillan. I'm in Puerto Rico.
Okay.
I just here in my parents' house because I was trying to move, but I bought a house, but I didn't get the opportunity to move. So I'm here in my parents' house.
Where did they live?
I live in Guaynabo.
Guaynabo, okay.
The same place that the other guy talked to you about right now. So listen, I didn't know nothing about you. Like 2 months ago, the mother of my son told me that she have this guy. His name is David, and he's like Puerto Rican guys. And since then, I've been following you. I want to say like thank you for doing what you're doing. I think it's very important for us. We appreciate everything that you do. I've been watching you, like the Alexandra murder, all the things, the earthquakes, and everything. And
I need to check on the Alexa murder once. I mean, obviously the island is so consumed with everything COVID-19, but I'm not going to forget about Alexa's murder. And trust me, you will hear more from me about that.
You shouldn't check because from now on, the only guy that I think is talking about the murder is you. Nobody else is talking about that.
You can count on me to continue. Tell me about your new normal, though. What's your new normal?
Man, right now I'm the owner of a dealership here in Puerto Rico. I sold cars.
Okay.
Right now they told us to close everything, so I can do nothing with my employees and everything. Yep. So I have like 15-day vacation. Okay. So right now I just like go to, I wake up, I eat breakfast, been with my grandmother, my father, my parents, and try sometime to make a jogging in the street, watching the cops don't see me, to they not pull me up because they say they can take me on jail, or they can fine me $5,000 for only running, to do exercise. So remember when you go outside and you come back inside, you put them at risk. So just be mindful of that. I only stay in the urbanization. I don't touch nobody. I just I just run and they come back and take a shower and that's it. And I'm very careful of that. But being here like all the time is like kind of hard.
Oh, I hear you, Nick. I get it. I get it.
Right.
And you know what? It's only day 3 or 4. So
yeah, man,
we're going to be on day 34.
So, but I'm thinking the way I'm seeing things, David. I think there's going to be here more than 15 days. I think they're going to give.
Oh, I think so too. I think so.
It's all the thing I'm watching here on CNN here in Puerto Rico. Right now we have 14 cases of coronavirus right now. Today was 6. Today was 6. And then they said again it was 14. 8 more.
And they're not doing a lot of testing. They're not doing a lot of testing. If they were doing a lot of testing, we might know of a whole lot more. Listen, I thank you for waiting there. And it looks like we lost his signal. I was just saying good night.
Oh no, I'm here.
Oh, I was just saying.
All right, my buddy. Thank you. Take care.
And thank you for weighing in.
All right, buddy. Take care.
Looks like there's a little bit of a delay. I don't know if there's a delay with everybody or. All right, let's see if she is on. There she is. Okay. Oops. Okay. So I just went to bring you on, Khedira, and it is not loading with you. It's saying you are unable to join, love. So try again. Khedira runs a lab in Ponce, Puerto Rico, and she wants to update you guys on a meeting she had with the governor and other officials this afternoon. Khedira, it is not working, love. You guys in the comments section, help get her on. Help get her on. All right, let's bring in another guy. There he is.
Hi, David.
Tell everybody who you are and where you are.
So my name is Lorenzo Martinez from Rio Grande, and I'm a farmer. And the other day we were on, and I was telling you how, you know, they've been arresting people on the side of the roads for selling fruits and vegetables. And, you know, that it was concerning because we understood that the executive order says that that's one of the things that are exempt, you know, that's allowed. And today, the Asociación de Agricultores de Puerto Rico was able to have a conversation with some government officials, and they were able to come to the clarification that indeed they are exempt. And they've told the fruit sellers and vegetable sellers to go back to your posts and just set up a drive-through.
This is
really
great
good
news, right?
Yeah, it's really good news because the media, we're hearing about losses in tourism and flights, in the hotels, in the restaurant industry, but nobody's with the farmers, and we're just getting back on our...
Pause for a moment because it paused for a moment. I got a call from FEMA, so keep going. FEMA's calling to talk to me about the work they're now doing on the island as a result of this. But keep going. This is a really good update.
Yeah, so what I'm saying, you know, in the media, we're hearing about losses in every other industry, but nobody has mentioned farmers. There was also an article that came out talking about, you know, if this pandemic continues to develop in other places where we get our food from, we're going to have a big problem here in Puerto Rico. And if farmers start off this pandemic early on by losing, like the Secretary of Agriculture said in his article, he knows that there were going to be losses of thousands and thousands of pounds of produce.
Well,
if we get off on that foot, I mean, I don't know how we're going to be able to survive the pandemic.
Lorenzo, tell the folks, you were telling me you had how much cilantro that you were like, David, it's going to go to waste.
Yeah, I have about 1,000 pounds of cilantro. I have a lot of contracts with locals, so I sell like in the kioscos of Luquillo, I sell to various restaurants, food trucks.
Yeah.
But with the low production, the kioscos are completely shut down, and with everything else losing so much, everybody's like, you know, well, they really can't. And then you go to supermarkets and they're not set up. I've been getting the ring around with my local supermarket since Monday.
Have you really?
You know, they told me to call central offices. I'm trying to give them cilantro. They never, ever have cilantro there. They told me to call central office. I've been getting transferred to an unknown person since Monday, and it wasn't until Thursday that the lady told me that they're not working. Yeah.
Well, listen, so that's the good news, everybody.
Yes.
There is permission that has been granted to farmers like Lorenzo to sell on the side of the road, and a lot of other people whose livelihood depends on this. So basically, they are now considered a part of the essential service, just like the supermarkets. Now you have folks on the... So, Lorenzo, it's got to be a drive-through? Is that what they're forcing y'all to do?
That's correct. So anybody that has any type of fruit stands, they just have to have a sign. Just stay in your car and just bring down your window. You know, they'll bring it right to you.
Lorenzo, thank you for the update.
Thank you, David.
Have a wonderful night.
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Right.
So did we get the lady from Ponce up on here? I'm calling FEMA back to find out if everything's okay. Hi, Lizzie. Just so you know, I'm sitting in front of a Facebook Live. So Ms. Thompson, for whatever reason, every time I click on you, it is saying you cannot. Do me a favor, Ms. Thompson, close your app, shut down your phone and restart it and try again. Let me know when you're back on. Every time I try to bring you on, it's saying you're not available. Anyway, there's a whole lot of people watching me, but I wanted to call you and find out what you need. Uh-huh. 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 Well, he said he was sending a statement. Is he sending it? Okay. On you guys being involved in helping the government, the 75% cost share, all that kind of stuff. Just what y'all are doing. Okay. I'm fine to get a statement. Juan said he was sending something, and I said, okay, great, send it. Okay, great. All right, thanks. Bye-bye. So anyway, FEMA shut down in Puerto Rico. Then the government said he was going to activate FEMA and use them to help. And so now FEMA, which already has a very big footprint on the island of Puerto Rico, is now becoming involved and will pay 75% cost share for some really important things. So this is very good news for the island. And it's not just Puerto Rico. FEMA is being activated in other places around the United States to help local governments. So let's see who else is here. Yeah, I definitely want y'all to hear from Miss Thompson, but hopefully she is signing off and going to log back on. What's that in your hand? Chapstick. I love chapstick. I use chapstick all the time. If you go around my house, I usually have a few chapsticks just sitting around somewhere. Hello, I don't see you yet. Hopefully it'll pop up. Aha. I hear you very well. Yeah, the connection is bad. Let me try and cancel. I don't know what's going on with Instagram tonight. We can always shut it down and reboot. Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. What's your name?
Francis. I'm from Rincon, Puerto Rico.
Okay. So tell me, before I ask you about your new normal, I keep seeing videos about people out on the street and tourists and defying the curfew. Is that happening?
It is happening. I'm a bartender myself. I'm doing to-go orders in a place called Nacho Libre in Rincon.
Okay.
So there's like a law saying that only restaurants that are connected to hotels are supposed to give out to-go orders.
Yeah.
So that's the only way I'm making money. So yes, right now it was today 6 hours, and the only people that would come is tourists that are oblivious of what's happening and stuff. I keep seeing people trying to sneak in the beaches and stuff. And yeah.
So that's how you're making your money, is actually the tourists coming to buy food from you, not locals?
Yeah, not locals. Locals are all tucked in tight, and they're scared. And the tourists that are coming in are like, they don't even care. They're just like going to the beaches, taking selfies and stuff. You know.
I wonder, do you say anything to them, or do you just?
Not really. I just like keep my distance.
Yeah.
I'm just like, yeah.
Keep your social distance. Well, it's just been, I've seen, it's interesting. We have social distancing, but there's also an element to this story that involves social shaming. A lot of people have been using social media to shame people who are in the streets, posting videos of themselves in the streets, defying the curfew.
Yeah, it's the same thing, because like I'm tucked in, but I like to go out and just like drive around and I keep seeing these shaming like, oh, why are you out? But like, as long as you're like, I think as long as you're like with not many people and just like respecting and just like, you know, not, you know, you can be a porter of that and you can like give it to someone else. So you just need to be respectful towards everyone else, I guess.
Correct. That's why we got to stay inside.
Yeah.
Are you from the island, my friend?
I'm from Rincon. I'm from New York as well. Like, and I've just seen like how Rincon has progressed throughout the years. I'm 30.
Yeah.
I was living in New York until I was 10. So I just moved when I was 10 here. I met all my best friends, and I was in a band. I just seen like the progress of how Rincon has gotten.
It's flourished, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
It's a real hot spot for tourists. Real hot spot.
Yes, it is. Especially for a bartender, for a musician.
Yeah.
You get to know a lot of people. If it wasn't for Recon, I would have gone to South by Southwest, which was canceled this year.
Right. Well, listen.
And it's like, it's hurting for musicians, bartenders, and everyone. And it's like, so the new normal sucks, but you have to be positive, you know?
I hear you, brother. I hear you. That is very well said. Have a wonderful night, and thank you for weighing in.
You're welcome.
Good night.
Good night.
Okay, Miss Thompson, so let's see if we can bring you in. Okay, it still says unable to join. It says unable to join. K. Thompson, 1973, is unable to join. I don't know what's going on with this. Unable to join. That's the weirdest thing. I don't know. It literally says unable to join. I am not sure. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. You did try, and I appreciate you trying.
Hello.
Hi there. What is your name?
My name is Joxan Ruiz. I live in Puerto Rico in Yasko.
Yasko. Okay. What's your new normal like?
Well, thankfully, I have a marketing agency.
Okay.
And I've been able to work from home. We create content, photo, video, and thankfully we've been able to keep working normally. The only difference is that well, I can't go outside and do other normal things, just to go to the supermarket or for an emergency. But yeah, that's basically the new normal here.
All right. Well, you have a different situation than most people we've been talking to, because you can continue to work and make money.
Exactly. Yes.
So that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Although we manage social media for different restaurants.
Okay.
And restaurants are being affected as well, because some of the restaurants that we work with are like a little bit high end, and the delivery method doesn't work as well. So some of them have decided to stop working at all because the operational costs are higher than what they're earning with their sales during these weeks.
Let me ask you this. Are any of the restaurants doing anything to donate or anything creative to sort of serve during this time?
Honestly, I don't think so. Like the ones that we've been working with, I don't think so. Do you have any ideas or any such suggestions?
So I wasn't expecting you to ask me that, but that means you're a good listener. No, I don't have any. I'll tell you what I've seen in other places. I've seen that other restaurants have, for free, because they are able to, basically set up a delivery service where people will come to them and they just have bag lunches or bag dinners, and they get like this, right? I've seen there actually is in Puerto Rico. It was a unique story that I wanted to do, but I couldn't get in touch with the guy who owns it. Is there a municipality, Coamo, C-O-A-M-O?
Coamo, COA. Yeah, Coamo.
Is that a municipality?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So there's a guy who owns a place, and I don't know the name of it, who was driving around this little van type of thing that he had. It was so cool in how it was decked out. It was like a little store within the van, and he was driving around, and people would basically come up and they would buy stuff. So I think people have started to kind of get creative.
Yes.
In ways
definitely.
that they're able to help and make some money. You know?
Yeah. That is true.
So.
Yeah, here in the West, in Añasco, there is like a mobile bakery.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it.
That's
working.
it. That's the one.
Really?
It's a bakery.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there's one here in Añasco. I haven't seen it. I haven't seen him during these days. I don't know if he can't be moving like that normally because of the new restrictions.
Yeah.
But yeah, during the normal times, I saw him often.
Awesome.
A mobile bakery.
I love it. Listen, thanks for weighing in.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you, and have a good night.
Thank you. You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. Y'all, Miss Thompson gave it the good old college try. I don't know what the heck is happening with that. I don't know what happened with that. Okay, Mimi. Hello.
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 Hi.
Do you hear me?
I hear you.
Well, I can't. I see you, but I don't know if you see me.
I do not see you. I see a big black hole.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. Maybe it's because I'm in the dark.
That would be it.
Yeah. Now you see me, right?
I do. What is your name?
My name is Michelle Abarca. I'm from
Michelle.
Puerto Rico, but I'm right now in Louisiana.
Oh, you're in my home state. Where are you in Louisiana?
Really? You're from Louisiana?
I am. Where are you?
Well, I'm in Baton Rouge right now. My son is finishing his last year of veterinary school, so he was supposed to graduate. Well, he's graduating. He's already a doctor. He passed the boards, but there's no graduation. The school is all locked down, and LSU won this year. Go Tigers!
They sure did. They sure did. So, let's give a shout out to your son. What is his name?
His name is Nicolas Garcia Abarca.
Congratulations to him. And where are y'all from on the island?
Well, I was born and raised in Guaynabo, but I live in San Juan now in the Santurce metropolitan area.
Does your son plan to go back to the island when he's done?
Well, he graduates now, but he got accepted for an internship in Albuquerque, New Mexico. He starts on June 15th.
Okay.
And he's going to specialize in ophthalmology and animals.
Oh, that is so cool.
Yeah, but he wants to go back to Puerto Rico when he finishes in 5 years. He still has 5 more years.
I love
but it. He has the coquille in him. There's no way of getting it out. So,
no coquille in Louisiana.
Yeah.
So tell me what your new normal is.
Well, let me tell you, I am in shock with what's happening here. People are living a normal life.
Really?
Okay. The only thing that I've noticed a change in the last 2 days is that the restaurants and the fast foods, they're just doing drive-through or pickup.
Yeah.
But people are in the streets like nothing is happening. I'm with gloves. I'm with Clorox handy wipes, those things to disinfectant hand wipes of Clorox that I was able to get 3-pack in one. The last one on the shelf in Target the other day. But I'm at the point of getting on a plane and going to Puerto Rico tomorrow or next day because I feel more secure down there than here, to be honest. Wow. Because down there, they're taking a lot of precautions. Yeah. And I'm going to go into quarantine. And my brother has another apartment in Palmas del Mar in Humacao.
Yes.
And I'm gonna go there and quarantine myself with my son because he doesn't have graduation. He doesn't have to be back in the States until the end of May to move to New Mexico.
Yeah.
So we feel safer down there, really, to be honest with you.
It's very interesting. Listen, for
the
everybody
thing-
watching in Louisiana, they had a story about a pastor just outside of Baton Rouge who was telling all of his congregants to come to church. And
Yeah, I know. I saw that. Ridiculous. I can't believe it. And let me tell you, last weekend, New Orleans, it was almost Mardi Gras. There were so many people out on the streets in the French Quarter in that area. I wasn't there, but I was told by friends and people I know that were there.
That's unfortunate. Well,
so I don't understand, you know, it's like Puerto Rico is such a small island and it's giving a big example to most of the states here in the United States, to be honest with you, even though we get treated like, you know what, by our great U.S. president. But
listen, I appreciate your candor. I appreciate you sharing your story, and enjoy being back in Puerto Rico. You are right. They are taking it, most people in Puerto Rico seem to be taking it very seriously.
And I'm very proud of them. And that's why I feel safer going home and staying there until we can, you know, things calm down a little. And I want to thank you. You know, you're really doing a great job for us. It's been very hard. I've been living up here on and off for the past 2 years, and for the first time in my lifetime, my mother's American, born and raised in Miami when it used to be American, that only Americans live there mostly. And she's been living in Puerto Rico for almost 60 years. She moved when she met my father and learned the language, and she's going to be buried and everything down there. And so I'm so proud of being a Puerto Rican, and I've never stopped speaking Spanish here anywhere whenever I can. And for the first time in my life, I was in Chicago last Labor Day weekend. And I was talking to a friend of mine, just walking down the street, you know, having our own conversation in Spanish. And I don't know why, we didn't even mention Puerto Rico. And this guy just walked by me and started screaming at me and telling me that we had stolen $90 million from the U.S. government, that we were invading their country to go home. And I'm looking at him, and I was so quiet, you know. I was like, I wasn't going to give him the time of the day of, you know, doing anything out of, you know, normal. And I just stayed quiet. I said, finally, I said at one point, you know what, sir, you just invaded my conversation. I'm not even speaking to you, and you're just invading. Oh, you go home. And I just said, you know what? Don't forget, all of us here are immigrants, including you. You know,
everybody.
And I would just want to thank you. I really do. I think you're doing a great job, and Puerto Ricans are special people.
Oh, I blare it from the mountaintops.
I know, very special, and you're also lucky, you know, because you have us now.
I feel that way. I do feel lucky. I truly do. Listen, Michelle, thank you. Have a wonderful night. My very best to your son. You have a lot to be proud of with him.
Yeah, I am. I do. And thank you very much. You have a good evening, and hopefully we'll survive all of this, the whole world.
We will. Don't lose hope. We will.
No, I won't. Take care, okay? Bye-bye.
It's so funny. It's like I'm waking people up, like they're in a black hole in their bed. But there ain't nothing wrong with that, you know. It's like watching TV, I guess. Okay, so Miss Thompson, I don't know what to tell you, love. It still says unable to join, and nobody else's says unable to join. Oh, that's not true. One other person says unable to join. I don't know what to make of that. Unable to join. I don't know why anybody would be unable to join. I do not know what to make of that. Don't know. Betsy, you're on deck. Well, no, you're up at bat.
Hi, David.
Hi, what is your name? Betsy?
Yes, Betsy.
And where are you in the world?
I'm in Orange County, California, Boricua in the West Coast.
All All right. Tell me about your new normal now that they've shut down the state, essentially.
Yes, so I've been home all week learning how to homeschool with my two little ones. My husband actually works for a biopharmaceutical company, so he's an essential, his company is an essential business, so
Right.
he's out most of the day, and I'm just here with the kids, chugging along.
Are you starting to pull your hair out yet?
Oh, God. I'm like, can we go for a hike or a walk? I think that's allowed. I'm pretty sure I read that.
You know what's funny is I don't know for sure, but the governor of New York, Cuomo, announced today that on Sunday, when they basically shut the state down, you can go outside to walk. You just have to maintain your distance. Because if I couldn't take Paddington out to walk, like, what would I do? I mean, he's already driving me bananas. He was eating the back of the remote control a while ago. I'm like, what am I going to do?
Imagine that times two with two little ones. They're just as crazy.
So how old are the little ones?
So one's 6 and one's 9. And one thing I do want to do is give a huge shout out to teachers. I mean, even just they've given us so many resources, sent us so many links, and just work packages. And today, my kindergartner was able to do a Zoom chat with her class, so all the classmates got to see each other and say hello, and it was very, very special.
Awesome, awesome. Listen, thank you for weighing in.
Thank you.
I miss Southern California. That's where Jeremy and I have a place, and I enjoy it every time I get to go back. So, do you like it? Do you like living there?
I do. I'm originally from the East Coast, from Connecticut, so it's been a huge transition, but I love the California sun. I can't complain.
Me too. Have a wonderful night.
You too. Take care.
Okay, love. Bye-bye. Paddington is sleeping. Everybody who wants to know where Paddington is, he's sleeping. And we do not want to wake him up. He is sleeping. 5.0 magnitude earthquake, Nevada, Carson City, Nevada. That's interesting. Just happened. Okay, waiting. Gonna move on. Let's see. All right, we're gonna try this lady back one more time. By the way, somebody asked earlier, who's screening these people? No one is screening these people. We are taking the risk of bringing in folks, and albeit it can be a little dangerous, but so far we have not had any bad experiences. Let me bring in a NYPD officer. Where was he? I just saw him on here. Good Lord, there's a lot of requests. Okay, so now everybody I'm trying, it basically says is unable to join. Yeah, you know what? It makes me think that something is wrong with my Instagram, because every person I'm clicking on says unable to join, unable to join. Yeah, something's weird. So guess what? All of y'all who are here now, time out. I'm going to shut this bad boy down and we're going to come right back up. Okay? Okay, here we are. We're back. So we'll let folks jump back on and we will start. I wonder if there's something going on with Instagram. Can't hear you. You can't hear me. I think Instagram is having technical issues too. Can you hear me talking?
I hear you, David. How's it going, David?
Hi, I cannot see. Oh, now I see you.
How you doing?
I'm well, sir. What is your name?
Jose.
Jose, where are you in the world?
I live in the San Francisco Bay Area, San Leandro to be exact.
Okay, so y'all are under total lockdown? Yeah?
Not even. It's people are living their lives normally. So here's the thing. I was in PR last week. I have family out there, my dad's side of the family. And the crews that had the infected couple, literally, we were in Old San Juan when they all got out.
Really?
We left PR last Wednesday, got home on Thursday, so we avoided literally all the shutdowns in the airports. Like, we just got out of it. I work construction. I'm a union construction. I do drywall finishing.
Okay.
And we are in a building, literally, with 250 other guys. And we're working, I mean, because the cost of living out here in the Bay Area is just ridiculous. Everyone knows that. So we were told that we're on our own will, on our own. We hold ourselves liable if we get sick. Just today, one of the guys left home sick. We don't know what to expect. We don't know what's going to happen. But we're going to get the report on Monday. So he went to the hospital to see if he's going to get tested.
Okay, time out. I kind of don't understand. You're talking like you live in an apartment building?
No. Where I work at.
Where you work at is with 100 or so other guys.
Yes.
How close are y'all?
We try to stay 6 feet away, but that's impossible. That's impossible. We're construction. There's plumbers, the electricians, right, finishers, carpenters.
Didn't the governor of California say all non-essential work has got to stop, or no?
The building that we're in is a senior living, so they're making these senior living condos. So yeah, it's essential.
But
it's considered essential.
There are no seniors there, right?
No.
Lord. God. So what happens if you decide you don't feel safe doing this?
We're held liable. It's on us. But I mean, we have to pay our bills, right?
Yeah, but you do realize that you would be eligible for unemployment benefits from the state of California, as well as the federal government.
Correct, but
I'm not saying
that's if we get that's if we get laid off. Yeah, that's if we get laid off.
I'm just giving you a runway if you try and land that plane. But forgive me, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but how is building an elderly place essential? I mean, that doesn't sound like essential work to me.
And we've been saying the same thing too. We've been saying the same thing too as well. We've been asking the same questions, but we're the only job site we're the only job site in our company that's open right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
But maybe that's not the greatest thing.
It's not. It's not. It's not.
Guy. And you're coming home to a family?
I am coming home. I have 2 kids and my wife. My wife works. Her job is essential. She works for a third-party billing company, which does retail for cell phone payment bills and stuff like that as well.
Is she working from home?
No, she goes to work part-time. She does 3 or 4 hours, and then she comes back home. She just got home, literally. She just walked in. And then my son's doing I was gonna say big shout out to the teachers as well. My son's teacher is amazing. She does video conference calls with him, staying and giving us links and stuff like that to keep him busy. And I have a 5-year-old daughter too as well, who's driving me nuts. She's all over the place.
Sounds like my dog driving me nuts.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I mean, with all due respect, your work doesn't sound essential, and her work doesn't sound essential. So, I mean, but listen, I get the whole thing that people need money, and we I get it, but if they're going to crack down on non-essential stuff, that doesn't, you know, especially that you don't feel comfortable. So
we've already said this. So we're the thing is, most of us are trying to get laid off. You want to get laid off so we can. We want to get laid off.
Okay.
Yes, we want to get laid off.
Okay.
To be able to qualify for the benefits. Because if we don't get laid off and we quit, we won't qualify for the benefits.
I see.
So until our bosses and the owners, whoever, you know, me and my wife, tell us we're laid off or we're gonna close, we're gonna shut our doors, then we can apply for the benefits. But if we quit or leave without, you know, we won't qualify for the benefits.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Well, please maintain your social distance for your kids, your wife, and for
Most definitely.
you. And for you.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Thank you, sir. I appreciate everything you do. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
I was just worrying, listening to thinking, you know, him leaving the house and coming back, and the wife leaving the house and coming back. Oh my gosh. Okay, Miss Thompson. It doesn't say unavailable to join. Oh, it says unavailable to join. Oh my Lord. Poor Miss Thompson. Wait, somebody said for Miss Thompson, her settings must allow access to the phone camera. Tanama, Miss Thompson, is offering a little bit of advice. I don't know if that's the case. Poor thing. Miss Thompson owns a lab in Ponce, Puerto Rico. She met with the governor this afternoon. She has a valuable update in terms of what they're trying to do to increase testing. I really want you guys to hear from her. Miss Thompson, I don't know if you live with anybody else who has a phone that potentially you could use in order to get on. I don't know if that's a possibility. If it is, maybe we could try it. Waiting for Jeanette Hernandez Cordero. Jeanette Hernandez Cordero. I love the conversation that's happening in the comments. Thank y'all for offering some guidance. There's got to be something wrong with Instagram, because like, just as long as it's taking just to load people, I mean, surely this can't be a situation where everybody just tends to have a bad Wi-Fi signal. Okay, unable to join. Now it's trying this unable to join BS stuff again. Waiting for Veronica. Sign back out and sign back in. We tried that. I ended Instagram, signed out, came back on, and a couple of them worked. Listen, while we're trying to get this, I want to tell you all to check out one thing that I did today. I interviewed, somebody just said it's a traffic problem. You might be right. There might be a whole bunch of people trying to do this. Anyway, today I had an incredible interview with a man who is 87 years old. He is currently a patient who is isolated in the ICU at the Mayaguez Medical Center, which is in Puerto Rico. It's on the western side of the island. This man was on a cruise ship. He got ill. He was evacuated from the cruise ship to the Mayaguez Medical Center. And he has rebounded, and he's going to be released from the hospital on Sunday. He tested positive for COVID-19. This is an 87-year-old man. You know, people at that age are extremely at risk for potentially dying from the virus. And he survived, and he's got a host of medical issues. He has like 5 underlying health conditions that they were worried would contribute to his illness of COVID-19. But it's incredible. He's a former U.S. Marine, lives in San Diego, and I interviewed him. So if you guys want to take a look at that, I have the interview posted on all of my accounts, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can go ahead and take a look at that. And I encourage you to watch it. I interviewed him isolated in his room, in his hospital bed. He was wearing his mask and everything. And I interviewed the pulmonologist who treated him and the woman who also runs the ICU. So, all right, listen, we're having some Instagram issues. So here's what I want to do. There are questions. So let's do questions. There should be an opportunity for you to post a question and I can answer it. Jorge Ortiz 8509, I wonder, will I talk with you? I don't think we can make it happen. That's nice, but in all theory, in all seriousness, only one person gets to be you. And what's your name? Abby, ABFY_. I appreciate it. It's nice, like it's nice for my ego. But one person gets to walk the earth as you. And it took me a while to learn this, but the degree to which we honor who we are is honoring the being that we are on this earth. And we owe it to ourself. We owe it to ourself to be ourself, right? I spent a lot of years having grown up as a gay guy in Louisiana with Tourette's. I spent a lot of years trying to be other people, hiding who I was, right? It was just a part of my journey. And look, I don't mean to get all therapy here, but one person gets to walk the earth with your name, your DNA, your hair, your eyes, your everything. So we can appreciate other people. We can try to be like other people. But at the end of the day, when you really dig in and you try and be the best of yourself, things start to happen in ways that you could have never imagined, never imagined. So again, you probably meant it in a very sweet way, and I take it that way, but I just wanted to respond and say, try to be like you, because nobody else is ever going to be like you. Let's see. So here we go to the questions. Are y'all sending me some questions? I'm in New York. Here's a question. I'm in New York. I have a lot of friends in the metropolitan area, and they all work in. Now, how do I read all these questions? Okay, I'm in New York, and I have a lot of friends in the metropolitan area in San Juan, and they all work for La Quinta, and they found out today. See, I can't read the rest of it. All right, so another question. Have you heard from the epidemiologist you interviewed this afternoon in regards to what you discussed? So I didn't interview an epidemiologist. I interviewed a scientist who works at Yale. His name is Daniel Colon Ramos, and he's calling for the epidemiologist on the island of Puerto Rico to resign. The epidemiologist is a woman who, according to the Center for Investigative Reporting, does not have a master's degree in epidemiology, but she does have decades of experience working in the field. She has made statements that have been just flat out wrong lately. And there are about 100 scientists who have signed a petition calling for her to resign. The governor said that she still believes in this lady, Dr. Carmen, I'm drawing a blank on her last name. But no, I have not interviewed the epidemiologist myself, but since the interview, I haven't heard that she stepped down or she got fired. So, all right, let's go on to other questions. If you hear about an audio on social media saying the governor of Puerto Rico gone closed down everything, did I hear about the governor of Puerto Rico closing down everything? Well, she's pretty much closed down just about everything. The question is she going to extend beyond the 2 weeks of the curfew that she put into place? And that's unknown at this point. Do you recommend going on an internship? I have one in Rochester, New York, and my stop is in JFK. Do you recommend going on an internship? I mean, I wouldn't recommend going anywhere right now. I don't think you can go anywhere right now. So, I mean, you can still fly, but it's certainly not recommended. Let's see. The man who survived the virus in PR isn't from the island, right? That is correct. He lives in San Diego. He was on board a cruise ship. He became ill. He was evacuated by the Coast Guard from the ship, sent to Mayaguez Mayaguez Medical Center, and they tested him. Tested him, and it confirmed they treated him. Big shout out to the folks at Mayaguez. They did a hell of a job. Let's see. My boss won't close the office. How can I report it? Non-essential in New Jersey. Look, you can always reach out to the governor's office. You can always reach out to a local media office, media station in your town. There's a host of different things that you can do if you want to hold your employer accountable. Because my understanding is the governor of New Jersey, if he hasn't already, is about to issue an order that essentially is going to shut everything down. How many people have been tested for COVID-19 in Puerto Rico? That is a very good question, and let me give you the answer because that is something that I put out earlier today on social media. So let me go ahead and pull that up on my Twitter account. I think I may have even posted it here on Instagram as well. Let's see. Okay, so here we go. So far, according to the Department of Health, 126 COVID-19 tests have been performed. 7 have been positive, 90 have been negative, and they're still waiting on the results of 29. At the Veterans Hospital, the VA hospital in Puerto Rico, 54 tests were performed. 7 were positive, 24 were negative, and 23, they're still waiting on results. Let's see. Why can't the whole USA be in a lockdown? That's something the president would have to do, and he said today that he's not planning on it. But the way things work at the White House is like they'll say one thing on Monday and it may be a completely different thing on Tuesday. So the best I could say there is check back tomorrow. I'm a college student from Puerto Rico and study in Pittsburgh. Thank you for all you do. Thank you. I work in retail. We just put down our hours, but we're still working. You're still working in retail? You must not be in one of the states that shut down, Washington, California, or New York. Are you afraid to go back in the field? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know that I'm afraid to go back in the field, but I'll tell you what we're planning. So I'm going to work with a crew of a producer, a cameraman, and an audio man. And what I plan to do is not go within 6 feet of them. So in other words, they would normally come to mic me up. And so they would come and they'd run the mic up my shirt or put it on my jacket, whatever. And we're not going to do that. I'm going to hold a handheld microphone. And what they'll do is they'll sanitize it. They'll put it somewhere for me and I'll go and pick it up. I'll hold it. I'll do the report. And then, and we're not changing teams. Sometimes you might work with one camera crew one day, a different camera crew the other day. We're not doing that. Everybody's staying together until one member of that team goes down, and then goes down in terms of has symptoms, which may be the virus, at which point the whole team essentially has to go into quarantine. So are we anticipating a national shutdown? The signals that we got from the White House today were that they're not going to do a shutdown. But again, every day things seem to be changing, so stay tuned. Let's see, here in the Condado who have gotten the $5,000 fine. Is that right? When are you free from quarantine? I am technically free from quarantine on Sunday, but you have to know, in quarantine, because my quarantine does not involve, I was within 5 to 6 feet of a coworker, and the medical doctor who advised in my case basically said, I don't think this was a contact. I don't think we have an issue here. But the company said, just out of an abundance of caution, let's have you quarantined. So I will still walk Paddington, but I really don't come within 5 to 6 feet of people. I mean, I take my own elevator. If I see somebody else on the elevator, I wait and I don't go on it. I wear gloves when I go in the elevator. So Paddington has a dog walker who doesn't come in the house anymore. Like basically I open the door and Paddington goes running out. So that's what we're doing. David, bring Jeremy on. Yeah, where is the boo? It's what time is it in LA? 7? Yeah, well, I don't even know if I could bring him on. The thing ain't working. Oh. How are the people doing from Vieques or Culebra with this virus? That's a good question. I don't know. I haven't heard a ton about that. But if you guys know something, please comment. Will you ever pick me? Hi, Julie. I'm more than happy to pick you. Let's go back and see if we can actually bring some folks in. We're going to try this Luz lady again. See, it says Luz is unavailable to join. Let's try Mrs. Rivera. It says waiting for Mrs. Rivera. Waiting for Mrs. Rivera. Mrs. Rivera is probably sitting on the other end going, just waiting for David. Let me see where Jeremy is. I'm gonna tell him y'all been asking for him. Let me see if he'll get on, or if he can even get on. See, Mrs. Rivera still says waiting, waiting, waiting. Hi, babe. I say everybody. A lot of people are saying, "Where's Jeremy? Get Jeremy on." So why don't you try and get on? I'm on Instagram now. I'm on IG Live. He called it IG Live. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah, I'm sorry. So yeah, yeah. Try and request, and let me see if I can bring you in. I think there's something happening with Instagram. Like it's not working. Like I think the system may be too many people maybe trying to use it. I don't know. Why would it be hard? Oh, okay. We'll try it. Okay, bye. Let's see. Daisy. Let's try Daisy. Waiting for Daisy. Something ain't working, y'all. Can you bring Oprah into the live chat? Oh my God. Wouldn't that be amazing? I would lose my religion if that were to happen. Let's see. No, still not working. Okay, so we'll shut it down and we'll come back up one more time to see if it's going to work. Otherwise, there may be an issue that we just kind of can't get past. So we'll shut it down and come right back. Paddington, people have been asking to see you. Come see. Come see. You're walking like an old man. Okay, so now we're on a new phone. So we'll see if the new phone's going to make a difference. Due to poor connection. See, it's just like I was on here and it says pause due to poor connection. Now, I'm in the middle of New York City. So I don't know how you get a poor connection in the middle of Manhattan, right? Somebody did the fingers crossed. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we're gonna try. Mm-mm. I don't think it's gonna happen, friends. I don't think it's gonna happen. Oh, patty cakes. He went right back to sleep. He just laid on the floor. Yep. Ain't gonna happen. So that's the world we're living in. So guess what? That's my new normal. So my new normal is there are a ton of people trying to use Instagram and doing this, and that is preventing us from communicating. But that's the new normal. So there you go. All right, I'm going to say goodnight, and we will try again tomorrow. I'm going to probably try during the day to see if the server improves, and I'm also just going to go Google right now to see if I see any reports about server issues. Anyway, have a wonderful night. Thanks for trying. We'll do it again tomorrow.